Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing wonderful today. Hope you're all having a wonderful week. All right? I hope so. And if not, then I hope next week or next month, even next year, treats you better. Just keep on going, never give up. It's always just important to keep moving forward through life. In all seriousness, I know that there are things that sometimes we just go through things. There's tough times in our life, but don't let those tough times define our lives. Okay? Because there's more in life than just tough times. We're gonna get through them, and I believe in you. Okay? Seriously, I believe in you. I want you guys to know that. All right. All jokes aside, I know I like to have fun with this channel, but I really want you to know that I believe in you, that you can get through these tough times. And if you ever just need to, I don't know, just comment down below or just, I don't know, DM me. Again, I'm fine with just taking that time just to talk with you or just letting you know, hey, I can talk with you this time, etc., etc. But enough of that sobby stuff. All right, you guys are here for the video. You're probably wondering, okay, E, thank you, but what is this video about today? Well, if you haven't read the title, we're going over some things we need to think about before deciding on our major. Now, for some of us, we're not going to watch this video at all because we're thinking, well, E, I'm not going to college. E, I already got my major. If that's the case, share it to somebody else. All right, don't be selfish now. Just because you got your major, just because you're not going to school, don't mean that other people not thinking about going to school. So don't be selfish. Just watch the video, or even if you don't watch the video, again, I would recommend sharing the video. Okay, because again, that's also important. Just engage with other people. Share it to someone you know that is trying to go to college. But enough of that. The first thing that you need to do is to assess yourself. Yes, self-assess yourself. Who are you? Okay, what type of things do you like to do? What is your personality? What are some things you enjoy doing? That is all important in defining your major. Don't just pick a major because it pays you a lot. Because you may be paid a lot, but you may be miserable. Or you just may not be fit for this certain major, all right? Because then, they lean off to different occupations. You may not just be right for this, okay? If you don't like talking to people, well, why would you be a psychology major to be a counselor? All right, because you're gonna talk to people all the time, right? If you're not good at math, you're not good with money, then why would you be an accounting major, right? Do things that match you. Again, there are things like career quizzes. Literally, take a simple career quiz. Again, see who you are, what do you like, what do you dislike, what are you good at, what are you not so good at, what are your passions, okay? What are your skills, okay? And if you're more skilled in something, honestly ask yourself, am I going to go with the skill or am I going to go with the passion? Now, something to be careful of, it's some people argue that it's actually more beneficial to go with what you're skilled at than what you're passionate at. Now, I'll leave that up to you because I don't want to steer you in any direction, but just know, just because you're passionate at something does not mean it's going to pan out the way you want it to, and things change over time. At least with skill, you get guaranteed in certain instances, if you're skilled at something, you higher your chance of getting a job, you higher your chance of being successful. Just because you're passionate about something does not necessarily mean that, but it also doesn't mean that you can't be successful. It doesn't mean that you can't, be literate in something or you can't be skilled. So that's just an important note. But again, self-assess yourself is going to be super crucial. That's why I said the first step in deciding on your major. Again, don't pick something just because. Put some thought into it, please. Don't just go, I don't really know what I want to do. Let me just be an accounting major. If anything, go do general studies first. If you have no idea, do general studies. Get your general studies out the way, your little general requirements. And that way, throughout the semester, you can find out what you enjoy, what you're good at. Right? Again, just something to think of. Now that we have an idea what we're good at, we have an idea what we like, we have an idea what we're skilled at, now we need to research these majors, right? Let's say we have a kind of a sort of an idea, like, oh, have a few options here. We need to make sure we're researching this, okay? What does this job or this major entail, right? What future opportunities are going to align with this major for me? I'm a psychology major, right? I know that more than likely to get a career, I need a master's degree. That is something I had to research. That's something you need to know. You can't just go into psychology. Yeah, I love people. I love doing this. And you don't know, oh, I have to have a master's degree to really do something. Oh, I need this. I need that. I need this certification. I need that certification. Again, research your major, okay? Research your interest, because if you don't, you're going to be surprised at the end when you find out, oh, my bachelor's doesn't get me anywhere. Oh, I need this qualification. And again, it can be stressful. So make sure you're researching things, and you might just say, I really don't want to go to graduate school. Well, this other major, okay, it's also good, but I don't have to go. I'm going to decide this one instead. Or I might decide to minor in psychology now, since I know that bachelor's won't get me far in the first place, right? Again, it's just important to research these things to get you a good idea of what you're gonna need, what it's gonna take to get where you were trying to go. So don't forget to research. Just as don't forget to self-assess yourself, okay? Because that's why we self-assess first, to see what ideas or possible majors that we may be good for, we may like. But once we found them, again, we need to research them. Yes, I had a quick cut because I did forget to mention something when it came to research. Another important thing that you're going to find out is the job opportunities, like the potential job opportunities. Because I did mention job opportunities, but like, does this field have potential to grow? Is it a growing field? Is there limited jobs or is there abundance of jobs? What is the salary like? Am I going to make a year with this job, with this major, right? That's going to be important because as much as your passion matters, you don't want to be surviving off of $30,000 a year. All right, that may be a little stressful for you. Now, of course, you can make that work, but again, if you want to earn higher, you might want to look into the earning potential just as the job potential as well. Again, that's just a little quick note because I forgot to say it. So again, that's just something also important to research when you're looking at different majors. Now that we have all that out the way, we need to actually start talking to people. That can be your teachers, your advisors, your counselors, especially, like your mentors, people that have been in these fields that you're interested in. Well, I would say those are the most important people you need to talk to. People that are in that field or have been in that field. It is so important to just get their mind, literally just get their mind, see what they're thinking, see what they can give to you, any advice. Because one, they may tell you something like, oh yeah, just so you know, this could be a very stressful job. It entails this, and that. Something that research couldn't tell you, right? Think about it. The job may have great earning potential. It may seem like a dream come true, but the work itself is just exhausting. It's terrible. People don't like it, right? It causes a lot of stress. So it's, again, important to know. How you going to figure that out? By talking to people. They're going to be honest with you. They're not going to be like, oh, I'm trying to get them in this industry. Let me lie. No, they're going to be honest with you. I literally, if you guys watching this video, I just want to say hello, Miss Beverly and Mr. Robert. Now, I was originally an accounting major, and I decided to talk with Mr. Robert, who is, of course, her husband. I went to talk to him because he was a former accountant. And guess what? He's not the reason why I changed my major. Just so if you're watching this, you're not the reason why I changed. But he explained to me, of course, because I was asking him certain questions about what it's like to be an accountant and, any advice, things like that. But he was honest with me. He said, when you're young, once you graduate, they're going to work you. Like, it's not going to be just easy. They're going to work you. They want you working. They want you doing a lot in the beginning, all right, because you're young. He told me that. He was upfront with me, all right, from his experience. That's what he experienced, and he expressed that with me, and I appreciate the honesty. Again, that's not the reason why I switched my major, but that's just an important to know, because if I never knew that and I went along, and then I get into this field and now I'm stressed out, I'm unprepared, I'm like, oh, but I thought it was this, but I thought it was that. Okay, so again, talk to the counselors, talk to the advisors, talk to your teachers. Again, it's so important to just pick people's minds, see the things that they've gone through because they've been in your position before, and you get to learn from them. You get to learn from their mistakes. You get to learn from the things that they actually, gain positive outcomes from. Okay, so again, please, 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 don't just go around thinking you're a know-it-all. Oh, I'm gonna be okay. I don't know. Talk to people. All right, get a mentor, anyone. Again, it's so important to, again, just pick people's mind to know what it's like to be in their situation. Another thing you can do, along with talking to people, is just taking different classes, a variety of classes, of course, okay? Because, again, back to if you're like a general studies major, it's good to just see, oh, I took this class, I actually do like this topic, I'm actually very interested in this. That could tell you something. Or, yeah, I'm this major, but I hate these classes, I do not want to do this anymore. It could also tell you that, right? So, again, just take different classes. Again, don't just randomly pick. Like, take classes that you like find some type of interest in, or there may be a class where you just may just pick at it. Let me see what this is about. It looks interesting. Even if you don't think it looks interesting, of course, don't just randomly anybody mow a class. Actually have some interest in the class initially, okay? But again, it's just so important to take different classes. Now, beware. Again, it's like more for like general studies major. If you're dedicated on a certain major, I would not suggest just picking any class, because you may find yourself spending more money. Again, that's just something to remember, that if it's not in your major, that financial aid does not cover it. That's just something important to know. At least where I go to school, it doesn't. It may be different at your school, but again, just want you guys to know that. A little disclaimer just in case. But again, it's just a good option. Even looking at the classes that are required for that major, and you're like, oh, I actually like this topic more. Let me actually move over to this. I like environmental science more. I want to be environmental scientist, or I like anthropology more. I'm going to be an anthropologist, right? Again, take these classes, see what you like, and again, you might notice that you actually don't like psychology, you don't like accounting, and now you want to switch majors. And it's okay to switch majors because you don't want to go into a field and be miserable for the rest of your life. Okay? Because then not only is it stressful for your life, you wasted your time in college, which was already stressful enough because you had a whole bunch of work and you were working super hard. Okay? So again, take a variety of classes, see what you like, see what you don't. Now this is kind of for the later stage. It's kind of for the stage where you kind of are set on the major. Make sure you're joining extracurricular activities, right? Like clubs, internships that are related to your field. Okay, it's so important. Now, I know I'm not into the psychology club because I just don't know when they meet, and I think it's in Catonsville campus, and I'm on Essex campus, so it's a little different for me. But if you have it on your campus, well, more than likely, you're at a college that has one campus. CCBC has 3 different campuses, so it's a lot different for me than it may be for you. But again, join clubs, get internships that relate to it, because again, you're gonna see, do I like this? Especially when it comes to internships. You might like one intern and not like the other internship. You might not like that company that you're working for. So guess what? Now you know I don't want to work for them. Or I actually do like them. Let me work for them. Heck, even a different internship that's not related to your field. And say, I actually like this. Again, I might want to start going into this a little bit, right? In clubs, again, you get to interact with people. Again, that comes back to talking to people. You get to interact with people that are with the same mindset as you, or at least the same major. They're going in the same direction as you. Again, you could pick off of them, pick their minds. All right, you can get opportunities in the future with them. You keep in contact with these people. Oh yeah, we have actually at my job we have an opening set up just for this. Again, just something to think about. Okay, it's a little bit one of the shorter topics. But again, it's important to do what? Join clubs, and more importantly, to actually intern for this field that we're dedicating our time to. Okay, because we don't have intern, we don't have the experience. We're gonna be set up not for many success. Okay, again, internships is a huge and contributor to success because it shows that you have experience in that field, and that's extremely important. Now, also something that you want to think about is your career goals. Yes, you want to think about, what do you want to do with this major? What are your long-term goals that you want to accomplish? For me, psychology, I want to eventually become a counselor and eventually become a mentor, right? Psychology can lead me to that. It can lead me to that. But if my long-term goals was to become, I don't know, a DJ, a YouTuber, I mean, YouTube may help, but like something that's not related to psychology, again, I might not want to be a psychology major. Now, if I want to plan on using psychology to, get me into certain places, then yes. Again, if it's going to connect with my long-term goals, then yes, it makes sense. But again, make sure that your major is connecting with your long-term goals. Don't go to college, because a lot of people do this. They get a degree and they never use it. Or they do something completely different. And then again, you kind of wasted your time. You didn't really need that degree because you don't even use it. So again, just making sure that it is going to align with your long-term career goals, your long-term just throughout life goals, because it's going to be super important. I don't want you guys wasting any of your time, wasting any of your money. I want you to be successful, okay? Now, again, I'm not shaming anyone who doesn't use their degree, because you learned a lot still. That doesn't take away from your learning. You didn't waste time on that because you still learned. But again, if you do want to put it to use, again, make sure that it's aligning with those career goals. And lastly, kind of going back to the first thing, evaluate your options, okay? That means the pros and the cons. Kind of what we've been going over in this entire video. What are the pros of this major? What are the cons of this major? For instance, psychology pros, well, there's a lot of options, right, that y'all can go into psychology. The con, most of them you need a master's degree, right? It's something simple as that, okay? So that's the last part of this video. Evaluate your options, see what the pros and the cons, compare them with other majors, and then get your final decision. Okay, these pros outweigh these cons, and again, I think this is the best overall fit for me and what I'm trying to do with my life and what I, again, am passionate about, what I'm skilled at. Again, it comes full circle. And again, it's just important to evaluate almost everything in life. Alright, but that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please share it. I always say share it. Spread the knowledge, especially if someone's in high school, share it to them. Especially if someone's ready to go to college, especially share them. Even if they are in college, I would still share it to them. It's just important to spread knowledge, to give advice to people. And again, it's just something important to think about. But please like and subscribe. Alright, that is the most important thing. Like and subscribe, please. Comment down below if you learned anything. Comment down your major if you're already in college. Comment down the major you're thinking about. Alright, just have a little fun in the comment section. Alright. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And enjoy the rest of your day. the rest of your week, and peace out.